9 players who all want to share a £5,000.
I've just sat there and watched you talk with your mouth and lie with your eyes.
7 will try and get it honestly, but 2 will lie to get their hands on it.
I just don't feel terribly comfortable with some of the things you're saying. You could just be very clever trying to get everyone to work against you.
Who's honest? Who's lying? Can you spot them?
I'm honest. I can only appeal to you to give me another chance.
This is Traitor. Welcome to Traitor. So, here you are, 9 complete strangers. 2 of you are here to lie your way to £5,000. You are the traitors. 7 of you are honest, with nothing to hide. You are the citizens, and your task is simple. You must unmask the traitors and eliminate them from the game in order to win a share of the money. Now, you're all about to give me your real names and occupations. Then I want you to add a statement about yourselves. For the citizens, that statement will be true. For the traitors, it will be your very first lie. Watch each other closely.
I'm Jonathan, I'm a theology student, and I'm in the official UK Village People tribute band.
I'm Rachel, I work for the British Standards Institute, and I've been in a film with Kate Winslet.
I'm Craig, I'm a prison officer. I've served 2 tours of duty in the Falkland Islands.
I'm Margaret, I'm a retired teacher of English, and I have coached Miss World contestants in speech and deportment.
I'm Sophia, I'm a business studies student. I've run my own website since I was 17 that has 650 members.
I'm David, I'm a primary school teacher. I have a collection of every #1 hit single in the UK charts.
I'm John, I'm a security officer, and I'm an insomniac who only has 2 hours sleep a night.
I'm Diane, I'm a novelist. I won a bronze medal in the 1989 European Junior Athletic Championships.
I'm Nikki, I'm a mum of 3, and I've had my artwork exhibited in a museum.
So, you've all just given your real names and occupations, but the traitors have lied in their statements. Who do you suspect? You haven't said much, but psychologists tell us it takes just 10 seconds to judge somebody, so you should all be forming opinions. Now, the traitors are about to become the informed minority. They're going to learn each other's identity. Please put your blindfolds on. Remember, I don't know who the 2 traitors are, and if you don't want to know, look away now. Traitors, reveal yourself now. It's now safe to look back at your screens. Please remove your blindfolds. So the 2 traitors now know each other's identity. They're the informed minority. Can they outwit the uninformed majority? Let's hunt liars. Jonathan, I look at you and every instinct within me is screaming, construction worker.
No, you're wrong.
Am I?
I'm Rock, who's the Leatherman.
Presume the moustaches stick on then, is it?
Yeah, you know, I certainly can't grow one.
Margaret.
Yes.
Lovely sounding voice.
I'm sorry, could you speak up?
I said you've got a lovely sounding voice.
Oh, well, as I said, I was an English teacher.
I'm just trying to get to the point that where you come from, I guess you think the village people just make chutney.
I'm sorry, I just can't hear you. I'm not deaf. You're just not projecting to me.
OK. Perhaps give me a lesson. What should I be doing?
You should be breathing in and thinking to the back of the room.
Well, I am breathing in or I'll be dead, Margaret. So what else should I be doing?
I would suggest that you stop and think who you're speaking to the whole of the people, and you are projecting your thoughts forward.
I was projecting my thoughts then, but obviously you didn't read Shut Up. OK. Greg.
Yeah?
Is there a prison officer in Village People? Just clear that up for me.
No, I don't believe there is.
You like uniforms?
Yeah, I've been in a couple, yeah.
Prison officer, soldier?
RAF.
You didn't strike me as though you had yomped over
No, I
terrain.
didn't yomp.
I know you were RAF, but even so, you know, there's a bit of work.
He does, because I've been in the army. I was in the army, and I watched him before.
You thought he was all right?
There's no question that he's a citizen.
How long have you been an insomniac?
It's started from the army, and Greg will tell you, when you go on stag, when you're away, you get, like, might get 2 hours or you might get 4 hours. But at the most, when you're in barracks, you only ever get 7. I've just learned to just deal with it. It's not like a medical problem. It's just something I've come to deal with. It's just 2 hours.
Because I'm a mum of 3 and it's a nightmare. They get you up in the night, you've only had 4 hours kit, you're grumpy, you're irritable, and you go to bed that night and you're woken up again. And how you are alive at the moment, I don't know.
It works for me because I can do 84 hours a week standing on my head. Can anybody else do that?
And you don't get tired.
Are you allowed to tell us what sort of place you're a security guard at?
Yeah, at the side of a railway station.
I'm amazed by this.
Oh,
I'm amazed
that
that you...
graffiti artists and so-called graffiti and the vandals, you're chasing them up and down.
No. I just let the workers in.
There's one good thing, though, that Margaret can actually understand what he's saying. I mean, that is a marvellous thing. How did you get into this idea of speech?
Originally wanted to go on the stage, and to get a grant, I had to say, I want to teach, which I didn't. And so I took my speech training diplomas.
So how did you get involved with Miss World? I mean, that's a fantastic organisation.
Well, you see, do you know London?
No.
No, or most, I don't know. You have Oxford Street, and close to Oxford Street is Soho. And the Miss World
Steady
officers...
on, Margaret.
Yes, I used to shop down there. The Miss World officers were down there, and they were rather worried about some of the contestants because I had terrible trouble with one. It was Miss Yugoslavia. As I had the question, how do you see yourself if you won the Miss World contest? And she said, I see myself as an ambassador of peace.
Sorry.
What do you do?
Sorry. Can I be really rude? I don't mean to... I totally forgot what it was that you said as your statement, not as your job, but your statement.
I know.
Yeah.
1989 European Championship.
Yeah, that was it.
Yes, yes.
How old were you?
100 metres.
100 metres?
And
Yes.
how old were you?
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. How old were you?
I was 16.
And what's your sort of PB?
My PB was 11.4. My time for the championships was 11.6.
Did you ever race against...
What, 16?
Yes.
I was watching you. Now, believe it or not, I was a super fit guy 15, 20 years ago. And I was watching you and I thought, yeah, definitely an athlete.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well,
I've not got any qualms at all
slipping, so.
about you being a citizen. Seriously.
Greg, your profession is dealing with bad uns.
Yep.
So, presumably, you can spot a bad un.
Well, hopefully.
So you've looked round here.
Yep.
And you've spotted 2, have you?
I've spotted at least 1.
Yeah, I've spotted 1.
Yeah, I got accused somebody.
Greg, can you please stand up? I want you to tell me who you think is a traitor and why.
I think Margaret is a traitor. The reason being, I cannot see how foreign ladies can learn English like that, how you would actually put the questions across and how they get to speak them, how you would get them to do poise, and I'm sorry, I think you're definitely a traitor.
Margaret, Greg doubts your Miss World story. He wants to separate you from £5,000. I want you to stand and defend yourself.
Well, now, you must remember that when I was teaching English, this was to a group of students who came from all different nationalities. The Miss World contests that I had some English, but they were uncertain, and they had to be encouraged to answer spontaneously. So then I would interrupt them so that they would come back at me quickly. That is what I say, and I think this shows a marked lack of understanding of how English is taught to foreign students.
Thank you very much, Margaret. Take a seat. Thus ends Margaret's Christmas broadcast.
My husband and I.
So now, it's decision time. 8 of you are voting. Lock in your decisions now. Your votes are locked. You can't change your minds. Starting with the accuser, is Margaret a traitor or a citizen? Greg?
Traitor.
Sophia?
Traitor.
David?
Traitor.
John?
Traitor.
Diane?
Traitor.
Nikki?
Citizen.
Jonathan?
Traitor.
And finally, Rachel.
Traitor.
Margaret, with 7 traitor votes to 1 citizen vote, it's very clear a majority may think you're posh, but they also think you're a traitor. Could you please stand up? OK, Margaret, could you please reveal, are you a traitor or are you a citizen?
Oh, yes.
Margaret, they've found you. It's time to leave.
I'm going outside, and I may be some time.
So I told you it was simple, and it is. Your first hit, you find a traitor. Well done, Greg. What made you suspicious?
She was too good to be true.
Did you doubt her story, or did you just find her irritating?
Oh, irritating. Yeah, I think everyone found her irritating.
OK, but Nikki, you did believe her.
I did believe her, and I was thinking that everybody else voted traitor and I voted citizen, and I was
Why did you vote citizen?
Because
Is that because you know she's the traitor?
No, I didn't know that. I am definitely a citizen.
I think it just sounded... It's just because of how she was and what she did.
It was a school teacher thing. I just sat here and believed every word she said.
Rachel, this film you were in with Kate Winslet,
Yes.
was it a silent one?
No, it wasn't. It was fully colour.
OK, I'm just getting to the point that you haven't said much so far.
No, I haven't, because I haven't been able to get a word in edgeways.
So you were an extra?
So what film was it?
It was Enigma, the one about World War II. It was filmed very local to me. So.
Where was it filmed?
It was filmed at Chidgley Hall, which is up the road from where I live in Bedfordshire. And they couldn't use Bletchley Park because there's a lot of modern extensions on the building, and it's very much...
You lie with your eyes. You talk with your mouth and you lie with your eyes. Because as you're talking, you're going, yeah, and this and that. That's what you do. You lie with your eyes.
I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth.
Yeah,
Can we change the subject? I'm really curious about this piece of art and where it was and when he did it.
I'm an illustrator, freelance, yes.
Right.
And it was at Tring Zoological Museum. Oh, wow. And as a local artist then, I was invited to exhibit my paintings.
Big exhibit then.
Brilliant.
Well, it was big enough. It was quite an achievement, I thought. And I sold 3 paintings.
Paints very personal.
I do wildlife, watercolours, and I sold a badger, a fox and a kingfisher. And I'm very proud of that.
Oh, how much did you make?
Oh, 75 quid.
Doesn't matter, it's because it's the fact that somebody else appreciates something that's very personal to you.
The way Nikki talked then, right, before she even said, I'm proud of what I did, she looked proud.
Yeah, she did.
See what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
It's
not, I don't come across to be some expert, but as she's talking, she looked proud. She looks like a mother who's achieved this, blah, 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 and she's done it all.
You look like a drug dealer, but, you know, you're a security guard, so...
Sorry, I don't mean to be...
And also...
Appearances are deceptive, aren't they?
Drug dealer because I'm a Scouser.
It's a beard, just like
It's a beard. I thought he'd just eaten something. Sophia.
Yeah, what's your website about?
My website is a MSN community that I set up for people who play an online trivia game, which is treasure hunt every 3-6 months around the UK. So I get to go and meet them all, about 30 people, and I get to go wander around, get to go to a new city.
Do you prefer virtual friends to real friends?
I like both.
David.
OK.
You collect every number 1?
In various formats, yeah.
What do you think of Eminem?
Eminem, not my scene.
When did you start collecting?
1960.
What made you start collecting?
Because I just have a passion for music. I mean, it's not just #1 hit singles, it's music of all sorts, really.
What's your favourite genre?
Music collection. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I can see where other people have problems, because everyone's firing at each other. Go on, one at a time.
I just wondered if you've been collecting since 1960.
Yeah.
Where do you keep your record collection?
My attic actually has got sort of floorboards down with it's weighed under with LPs and 7-inch singles.
How many have you got?
God, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't begin to know.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Right, I want to know about all these different renditions you do and how you.
Is it the official band?
Yeah, the official UK Village People tribute band.
When did you join it?
About a year and a half ago.
What made you join it?
I met some boys who'd done it before. I was waitering, and they were actually playing at the Do. It was like a polo gig. And then they came off stage and I started chatting to one of them, and he said they want to get rid of it.
How many members are there?
There's 5.
Do you play polo?
No.
I was wondering, could you give us a little mini performance, possibly, of you?
Jonathan, stand up.
Stand up.
Yeah, I want the dancing and I want the... Do you just mime or... Do you know the words?
Backing sing it.
What's your favourite song?
What's the Navy one?
And then, do you want me to do in the Navy?
Do it.
No, we want to know his favourite
Not the chorus.
Start off like this.
What, the full verse?
Then the music goes.
Shh, everybody.
Stand aside.
It's like the full Monty, isn't it?
Have you ever studied dance?
Oh, come on, a bit more.
No, that was excellent. Well done.
Chorus in the Navy.
What do you wear when you do this?
Yeah.
We wear
Does the cowboy wear the hat and the...
No, this is our encore. We come back on.
Jonathan, you can sit down now. I think David's question,
Yeah.
does the cowboy wear the hat, takes the biscuit, is the best detective question I've ever heard in my life.
The thing is, we need to let each other know where we stand. I think he was in the military. I think this lady won a medal. I think this man has all the music. I wouldn't dress like that in public unless I was sitting behind the computer, OK?
Oi.
Right, so I think
What do you
they're
mean?
the people I believe.
What do you
I
mean?
believe this lady.
What? Is it my
You
dress?
just, it's nice, it's fine, but it is loud,
Yeah,
OK? But it just says, poof, you know what I mean?
Gives you authority.
No, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. What I'm saying is, the people that I believe, right, I question whether he's a performer because...
Ask me some more stuff about this.
If you were a performer,
Shall we-
right, you would have just gone,
Yeah. Yeah.
young man, you'd have just started doing all this because you're a performer, right?
Okay, well,
So
sorry, but...
the only two people I
as I said,
question in the game so far are you
It is a
two.
part-time, you know, I'm not trying to, kid anyone, not
I think
like...
that's what's
No,
bugging
but with
everybody,
your
'cause you said
degree,
it was
that's what we're thinking, the time thing.
Well,
UK's tribute band.
Because we took it, I told you, we took it over from professionals.
But why? Why did
Why
they
would
stop it?
professionals
And
stop?
how did you
Because
get the timing?
they did it for 6 years, yeah. They'd done it on the road for 6 years, okay?
Yeah, and now what do they all do?
They-
Did they just... How did you know that they were stopping so you could become
But
the
I told you, because
official
I was waitering at this
one?
polo gig.
Oh, right.
Are you
Yeah, and if you-
lying?
No, I'm not. I promise you.
No, you said
Yeah, you said you were at the
that
party.
someone left and you took his place,
didn't
not
say
the
that.
whole...
You said you were
I
at a
never said
party.
that.
Yes, you did.
I did not say
Yes,
that.
you did. You said
What?
that guy left.
I said I was waitering at a party, and he said they've had enough, and they all left.
Rachel, have you got something to say?
Yeah, I'd like to accuse.
OK, Rachel, please stand up. I want you to tell me who the traitor is and why.
I think it's Jonathan. The point that John made about him not being very quick to stand up and perform was quite a good point. But also it's the fact that he's saying he was waitering and he said he was speaking to one person and that one person wanted to leave. And now he's saying that all of them wanted to give it up. So there's a little falter in his story about that. So that's why I think...
OK, thanks, Rachel. Sit down. Jonathan, Rachel thinks she's found you out. Can you please stand and defend yourself?
Yeah, Rachel, this is a part-time thing. It brings in £700 to £1,000. We're various agents. We play it all over the country, different kind of gigs. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit of a laugh. And, it keeps the money ticking over.
OK, Jonathan, take your seat. Interesting to know that Jonathan directed his appeal at Rachel instead of the rest of you. But you've all got to make up your minds. It's decision time. Can you please lock in your decisions now? OK, you've made your decisions. You can't change your minds. Starting with the accuser, is Jonathan a traitor or a citizen? Rachel.
Traitor.
Greg.
Traitor.
Sophia.
Traitor.
David.
Citizen.
John.
Traitor.
Diane.
Citizen.
Finally, Nikki.
Citizen.
Jonathan, with 4 traitor votes to 3 citizen votes, the majority think you are lying. Your dance performance wasn't good enough for everybody. Jonathan, can you please stand up? Are you the final traitor or are you a citizen?
I'm afraid. You smelt out the wrong guy.
Oh, no.
Jonathan, you're normally in the Navy. Now you're in the mire. It's time to leave. And it was all going so well. You found Hetty Wainthorpe immediately. But you got it wrong about Rock, the Leatherman. So it's not that easy after all, is it, Rachel?
I really, really was convinced because he was faltering, stuttering, and when he made that plea, it was just to me, and I was like, he just seemed to be digging the hole deeper and deeper.
David, you're a teacher.
Yep.
If your classroom was like this, it'd be in chaos. You'd be in the corner.
You always go for the positive. There are some people here who are actually playing the game very well, and you know, they have got the verdict right on 2 occasions now.
I think that somebody here is playing a very good game as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm a citizen and I'm desperate to keep the rest of the citizens in, and I knew he was a citizen.
Oh, no.
And I was quite interested at the people that voted traitor. Now, I think it was a genuine mistake with you. I think you're a citizen.
No, I don't.
honestly
I don't.
do.
I absolutely don't.
I disagree. I think it was a genuine mistake. I think you misunderstood what he was saying.
I seriously
and
thought
you went
it.
for
Yeah.
you went for the jugular. It was a bit impulsive. You were wrong. You can't be wrong again. I think you're a citizen. I'm a citizen. I've got serious, serious doubts about somebody here.
OK. You've had 2 chances to find the traitors. You were successful once. At this stage, we give the remaining traitor a chance to strike back. They're going to eliminate 1 citizen from the game. One of you is about to wave goodbye to £5,000. Please put your blindfolds on. I don't know who the remaining traitor is. If you don't want to know, look away now. Traitor, point to who you would like to remove. It's now safe to look back at your screens. OK, blindfolds off, everybody. So, the remaining traitor has made their decision. Can we please reveal who the traitor has eliminated?
I knew it. I knew they'd pick me.
I'm afraid you've lost any chance of £5,000. Rachel, it's time to leave. The citizens make a great start as they uncover Margaret, one of the traitors, but follow it with a mistake as Jonathan is wrongly removed. Rachel has since fallen at the hands of the traitors. There are 5 citizens and 1 traitor left. So Rachel's gone. That should tell you a lot about the remaining traitor, because it's their first aggressive action. She was frightening somebody.
Did anybody else think she was the traitor?
I did.
Because I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think
But
she
I'm
was
a
the traitor.
citizen, and I was completely...
How do we know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a bit more curious
go back to your
about-
artwork, right?
Yeah.
Go back to your
Right,
artwork,
and
right?
children and your life.
You did
Okay.
what? Animals,
Fit it all
right?
Yeah.
I do wildlife, I do portraits,
Why?
In
I do
what?
murals,
What's your
what?
favourite?
I do watercolours, acrylics, pencils,
What's your
ranging up to 9Bs.
What do your kids think of your paint?
My
painting?
kids expect everybody to be able to draw, and it's a bit of a nightmare because I've just redecorated their bedroom and I'm drawing on their wall, and my 3-year-old is drawing on her wall,
So how old
and
are
I
you?
can't tell her off.
How old are your
Free
children?
expression.
My children are 3, 5 and 7.
And they all share a room?
No, my boys share a room, and
You
my
said in
daughter
their
has
room.
her own.
Sorry, I thought you said you
My daughter,
decorated
my
their
boys.
room.
No, I live
Do
in
you-
a 3-bedroom
do you use
semi.
pastels?
2 boys in one room, daughter in another room.
Do you use pastels at
No,
all?
I'm useless with pastels.
Yeah, so you don't use them and then...
No,
Do people
Spray
trust
them so they
Nikki
don't-
because she's a mother?
I'm honest.
I trust her because
I'm
she's
honest.
playing a straight game.
Yes. I know.
The person who's the traitor is not playing a straight game.
Yeah.
Because Rachel's hardly said a word, and yet
Yeah.
her reaction showed it all. She was very shocked to be taken out. You said straight away, I can tell by her eyes. She's
That's
like,
what-
and,
that-
and now she's gone.
I know. Well, when I was
comment.
sitting here, I was expecting me to go. I thought it was me, but I thought that Rachel was the traitor. I thought I was going to go. I was sitting here waiting to go. So when she went,
pretty sure
that
that
has
she
That's a
completely
good game
no,
by the traitor, isn't it? Because
completely
the onus
thrown
was
me.
on John. That was a good game by the traitor's playing a really good game here.
Yeah, but Diane's been very quiet as well.
Yeah, you have been very quiet.
Very, very
If
quiet.
whoever
Very
the traitor
quiet.
is, if they hadn't have got rid of Rachel, I would have been nominating Rachel next, and she probably would have gone anyway.
OK, listen, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you a clue about the remaining traitor. I suggest you look into each other's eyes and look for a sign of recognition when I tell you the following. The remaining traitor has a passion for motorbikes and has been riding them since they were 4 years old. Now, you've got to ask yourself the question straight away, were motorbikes invented when David was 4?
Don't do
So what does that tell you?
Well, it's usually a manly thing, isn't it? And yes, but it's 3 and 3 at the moment.
No,
Rides motorbikes.
Since the age of 4, this person's ridden motorbikes.
Yeah, since the age of 4.
4.
So unless we've got a circus performer among us.
No,
I've never ridden
on the back.
Have you ever ridden a motorbike,
No.
Sophia?
The best I can do is my bike.
Never ridden a motorbike.
I always wanted to when I was a little kid, because I used to see the Harley Davidson, you know, the leathers and stuff, but I never...
They frighten the life out of me.
Yeah.
Greg,
Yeah.
what kind of a prison officer are you? Are you a Mr. Mackay or are you a Mr. Barrett?
No. I work in a prison, it's solely life sentence prisoners.
God, so they're the real hardcore criminals.
Scary
They
people.
have been. They're all coming to the end of their sentences and they're looking to go to open condition.
Do you see a change in them?
Yeah, we've got quite good successes.
Do you feel you should let them out?
Life sentence prisoners are not all murderers. There's not all murderers.
But you think murderers should never be out, is that what you're saying?
It all depends on the situation of their crime, of their circumstances.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
Yes.
So Greg is judgmental.
I believe Greg completely.
I believe Greg.
I
as well.
believe
the Falklands. I'd be interested to hear about that.
Well, what happened was, the Falklands started about February the 12th, 1982, and all the frontline troops, infantry, Royal Marines, all that, went down straight away. The RAF, second line defence, so to speak, asked for volunteers. I volunteered, didn't get down there till it finished. It finished on my birthday, September the 2nd. Treaty was signed.
John, have you got something to say?
Yes, I'd like to accuse.
Can you please stand up? I want you to tell me who you think is a traitor and why.
OK, I think Nicky's a traitor. OK? Because it's just that shadow of doubt that's come over me. When we're getting these little things, the clue, the first thing is, I don't like bikes. Well, that's the first thing you're going to say, isn't it? I don't like bikes. So there's the cloud of judgment, which I'm not 100%, but I don't really want to take that risk because she's very easy at being the mum and she's the proud of everything, and it was the bike thing that done it for me. It really was.
OK, thanks, John. Take a seat. Now, Nicky, can you please stand up and defend yourself?
Right, I'm going to look at every single one of you and tell you that I'm a citizen. I don't know why you've suddenly turned on me. You've been all jolly all along the way with me. I believe you, this, that and the other. All I can say is the traitor is playing a very clever game. You're going to be another citizen down if you vote me off. I'm honest, I'm hard-working with my children, with my artwork. I can only appeal to you to give me another chance because I will get to the bottom of it and I will find out who the other traitor is. OK? You're completely and utterly 100% wrong.
Thanks very much, Nicky. So it's decision time. There are 5 of you voting. Can you please lock in your decisions now? Your decisions are locked. You can't change your minds. Starting with the accuser, is Nicky a traitor or a citizen? John.
Traitor.
Diane.
Traitor.
Greg.
Traitor.
Sophia.
Traitor.
David.
Citizen.
Nicky, with 4 traitor votes to 1 citizen vote, the majority don't believe you. They don't believe you can draw. They haven't believed a word you've said. Can you please stand? Can you reveal, are you a traitor or a citizen?
All of you are extremely bad judges of character.
Nicky, you are actually an artist, but the rest of them have just given you the brush off. It's time to leave. Nicky's gone. David, out of everybody, you're the only one who's voted the right way every time. It seems to me you're a good judge of character. What do you make of the other 4?
Well, what I make of the other 4 is that 3 of them need to start working with me. Because otherwise...
And how do we do that?
Otherwise, if you let me finish, they are going to be losing big time. So you've got to work with me now.
Which 3 people are you appealing to, David? We've no idea.
Well, that's the intrigue of the game, and I'll be honest with you and say even now I have got no clue who the traitor is.
What do you think of John's monumental error?
John's made 2 monumental errors, never mind 1.
So the blatant person to point at would be me.
I didn't say I was pointing any finger at you.
Do you not think that seems a little bit obvious? The thing is, right... No, I could sit here quiet, right? No, right. I could sit here quiet. I could sit here quiet.
Yeah. Nikki went, you were grinning.
I realise we don't know a lot about everybody's...
Yeah, I was grinning because of the self-satisfaction of actually getting it right and the disbelief that 3 of you actually got it wrong.
You've had more than enough opportunities now to find both of the traitors. You've found one of them. One still survives, and now they're about to strike back. They're about to strike another honest citizen out of the game. One of you is going to wave goodbye to £5,000. Can you please put on your blindfolds? Remember, I still don't know who the remaining traitor is. If you don't want to know, look away now. Traitor, point to who you would like to remove. It's safe to look back at your screens. Blindfolds off, everybody. The remaining traitor has struck. Can we please reveal who the remaining traitor has eliminated? Greg, the door's been slammed in your face. It's time to leave. Greg becomes the second player to be removed in the traitor's strike, following Rachel's dismissal. But the citizens have uncovered Margaret, one of the traitors. Since then, Jonathan and Nikki have been wrongly removed. There are 3 citizens and 1 traitor left. So Greg's gone. And I think I know why. He maybe have been threatening the traitor, but he was also sat in the chair of doom. Look who's left. 4 of you. Look who's gone. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. People have been picked off. Now, the traitor remains. One of you is completely lying to the other 3. What does Greg's disappearance mean to you, David?
It certainly means the traitor is heartless, getting rid of our Falklands veterans.
You said you knew who the traitor was, or you thought you did.
No, I don't.
Well, you said you knew who the other 3 citizens were. Did Greg count amongst those citizens?
No, I've got no idea even now who the traitor is. All I know is that there are 2 people here who need to start thinking. They need to start thinking when the next vote comes round. You need to work together. 3 of us need to work together.
Who was he threatening?
The only thing that there's something that stood out to me. The only thing he said was that you'd not said anything, but the thing is, I don't doubt that you're a citizen. Who do you think undoubtedly is a citizen, or is there something that's clouding the judgment from somebody?
I just think...
What is it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think that...
If there's that suspicion of doubt, if there's a suspicion of doubt, share it.
Where you confuse me. You confuse me.
Okay.
Because you're always, you know, I'm sure he's a citizen, I'm sure she's a citizen.
I was right, he was a citizen.
Yeah.
And it was blatantly obvious to me. The thing is, I know only in the back of my mind.
I'd love to believe you are I'd love to believe you are a citizen.
I invite you to ask me any questions about anything.
Who do you think's the traitor now?
I don't know.
Because I haven't got a clue.
I thought it was Rachel and Jonathan. Yeah. After that, I don't know.
I was the same. I didn't think it was... I thought it was Rachel at first because she had the body language thing going along. And then I thought it was her because she was staring me out. And I thought, ooh. But now I'm just really confused.
David, if we were in your classroom now, out of the 3 left around you, who'd be the one with the apple? And who'd be the one with the runny nose in the corner you couldn't wait to put on detention?
Well, it's pretty obvious. Sophia would have the apple. John would be in the corner. It's the quiet one you always worry about at the back of the class.
Who do you think's a traitor? Because...
I'm not sure. I'd like to ask David what he can spend his £2,500 on.
Well, I would spend the £2,500. I wouldn't spend it.
What would you do with it?
I'd pay off my kids' student debts. I've got 2 kids at the university at the minute, and I'd pay off part of their debt. So I wouldn't spend it on myself.
Diane, what would you do with your share?
Take my daughter on holiday to Florida. Definitely. I equally now, I feel very dubious about who is the traitor.
Fine. If that's the case, then stick with it. Stick with me, and we'll find out who it is.
Why stick with you?
Yeah, why stick with you?
I'm being open. I'm being honest. I'm telling you. Absolutely.
Well, I know I'm
People
a citizen.
confuse me. I've got everything right so far, so why not trust me?
Did you?
Why not trust me?
So
why trust you when you got it wrong over Rachel?
Diane, have you got something to say?
I'd like to make an accusation.
OK, Diane, please stand up. Diane, could you tell me who you think the traitor is and why?
Yeah. I'd like to accuse David of being the traitor because I've been watching him quite closely. I've been sat back and watching, and when Nikki was nominated to go, you were very jovial, and I don't know, I just don't feel terribly comfortable with some of the things you're saying and how you're saying it, and getting everyone to try and work with you. You could just be very clever at trying to get everyone to work against you. I just don't know. I'm not quite sure.
OK, thanks,
I don't
Diane.
feel comfortable.
Take a seat. David, can you please stand and defend yourself?
Well, Diane, to you first. If I make you feel uncomfortable, the feeling is reciprocated. Several of your answers have made me feel uncomfortable. The game is about working together. Two of you, perhaps even one of you, now need to make a really difficult decision. I've said all along, we have to work together. You can be part of that we, and so can you. It's whether you believe me. I assure you both, I am a citizen.
Thank you, David. Take a seat. So, it's decision time. 3 of you are voting. Has Mr. Chips had his chips? Lock in your decisions now. Your decisions are locked. You can't change your minds. Starting with the accuser, is David a traitor or a citizen? Diane.
Traitor.
Sophia.
I'm really confused. Traitor.
John.
Traitor.
With 3 traitor votes against no citizen votes, David, they don't believe you. Could you please stand up? Are you a traitor or a citizen?
I've never met such a poor judge of character in my life.
No.
David, you're out of the game. And then there were 3. David told you he could lead you to the money, but nobody believed him. You all wanted him out. You all felt sure he was the traitor.
We weren't sure. I'm a bit curious about this whole motorcycle thing. That's what's really throwing me, because, I mean, I know I've got a best mate, Sarah, and she's got a boyfriend who loves it, and now she goes everywhere with him with her own leathers. So I'm just really thrown. I was trying to look before and see if you had any oil stains anywhere, but...
I'd come onto national TV with jeans and oil stains on the
I'm more interested in the longer hair.
It's a bit obvious, though, isn't it?
I don't know.
I made a mistake before.
Given the option now, I'll tell you exactly where I stand, and I trust you, and I just hope it doesn't cost me. Right.
What can I do to say that I'm not the traitor? Because I'm not the traitor. I've got nails. OK, I've had them on for 2 weeks, right? I do not do motorbikes. I am a scatterbrain, and I can focus when I want to.
But you look a bit of a rock chick, because I've done security at hippie festivals and all things like that.
I have actually.
What do you think?
I'm
just
thinking
said, if
I
was
have
given
no
a vote
idea,
now...
because my friend Poetry, male actually, his real name's Han. He's got long hair like you, but you'd think grunge weirdo guy, but he's not. He's the most intelligent person I've met.
Right.
Why am I lying about my trivia website?
I trust this lady here, right, and I'm ready to get you out the game and split the money.
It's because you're the
Convince
traitor.
Me otherwise.
You're the
Convince
traitor.
Me otherwise.
You're the traitor. Why would I lie about my trivia website?
Right.
I've been to Stratford-upon-Avon in October 2000. From there I went to Oxford. I've done Warwick. I'd like to accuse...
Sophia, stand up. I want you to tell me who you think is a traitor and why.
OK, I think John's a traitor because every time we've come to a vote recently, he's been voting to get rid of the person that's come up for nomination, and he's hinted at it. Now, I'm the only person that I started to question. I don't have a clue between you two. But then he started having a go at me instantly because he thought I was in a weaker position. Because obviously I look like a biker chick and I've got long nails and because I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. You think I'm the easy target. You're trying to get rid of me. You know I'm not lying. I do the trivia thing. I do the internet. I don't get to meet a lot of people because I'm a student.
OK, Sophia, I've just pulled the plug on your computer.
Okay.
Can you sit down?
Yeah.
John, can you stand and defend yourself?
Do you know when you stood up and you panicked? No, you've had your say. When you panicked and you put your hand up, right, and you gave a reason as to why you were going to vote me, why didn't you say that before when I just said to you,
because
prove to me...
Sure.
I asked
Sophia.
you to prove...
Sorry.
I asked you to prove to me that you weren't the traitor. And you did it after you voted. You did it after you voted. So I hope you're completely sure, because now I'm not.
I haven't got a clue.
Given the position again, I wouldn't have pointed to you, so you've probably handed the game over.
God,
that's what you've just done.
John, thank you very much. Take a seat.
I'm so lost.
Diane, a crime novelist.
Yes.
This is not a whodunit, it's a who is it. Sophia says it's John. She wants you to believe her. If you do, and you vote traitor, and John goes, he could be the traitor. That means you and Sophia would share £5,000. If you agree with Sophia and vote John off and he's a citizen, that means either you or Sophia's the final traitor, and one of you will win £5,000. It's a big decision. 2 of you are voting. Lock in your decisions now. Your decisions are locked. You can't change your minds. Starting with the accuser. Is John a traitor or a citizen? Sophia.
Traitor.
Diane.
Traitor.
Diane, you sure?
I am sure. I was down to 2 people and one of them's still here.
Sophia.
I feel better now. I think it's him.
John, only one thing is certain at this moment in time. You've lost any share at all of £5,000. Can you please stand up? Please reveal, are you the final traitor or a citizen?
You've played a brilliant game, but
No! You're the traitor. Jeez.
It's quite obvious now, judging by Sophia's reaction. Diane, you are the remaining traitor. Show us your board just to make sure. I don't think Sophia can quite believe it yet. Prove it to her.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
there was something in my mind
I
that I
know.
thought, she's gained me trust, and that was the worst thing I did.
Yeah.
So,
I knew it
you're
wasn't
the
me.
biker chick?
Yeah.
Was it a big ordeal to come through this, lying to people's faces?
It was horrific. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
You look upset.
I am.
Why are you crying? You've just won £5,000.
I know, because I can't believe it, because I can take my daughter to Disneyland. So.
John, has everybody won?
I'm still doing 84 hours a week and getting no sleep, but don't worry, I'll be all right. You keep your £5,000, I'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Congratulations, Diane. You take away the whole £5,000. This time, the informed minority triumphed over the uninformed majority. That was Traitor.
Well, emotional stuff, all this lying. More tomorrow, don't miss it. Same time, same place for the rest of the week here on BBC Two.